was supposed to be simple.
It's supposed to come.
There is a boob, there is a mouth. You're hungry, there is
It should
food.
be obvious.
It should be obvious.
I hear you.
Welcome back to Vibe with Dr. Ruth Grace. Hope you've been well. Did you miss us? And hey guys, did you watch the last podcast? If you're worried about your mental health, check out the last podcast at Richard Hand Uganda and also at Dr. Ruth Grace on TikTok. Today we're going to be talking about preterm babies, or the small babies. So I don't know if you guys know about them, but about safe motherhood, we're going to be talking about how do men get involved with the babies who are born small. Most times even just giving birth to a baby is already hard work. Now, if a mother has to give birth to a baby who is smaller, the partner has to come in and say, hey, come and then I assist you. So today in studio with us, we have Vincent. He's going to introduce himself and let us know what he does and why is he here. Why do we have a man talk about small babies today? Yeah.
All right, my name is Vincent, Nsereko Vincent. I work with Mama Tulia. It's an organization that focuses on preterm babies, supporting parents of babies born preterm and the preterm babies themselves. So I think that's pretty much why you dragged me here.
Okay. Yeah, we did. And then the other bit why we actually dragged you here.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah, was that this month is Men's Health Awareness Month as well. And it's also a month where we celebrate World Prematurity Day. Mm-hmm. And we talked about preterms, and I think the audience will want to know what's a preterm baby.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now, very late, because me, not a doctor. I've not even had any babies yet, so I'm not an expert on that either, but
we won't go into that detail.
But I will talk about babies.
Yes.
So, in my understanding, so preterm babies, they say, I think the threshold is 37 weeks. Mm-hmm. So anything 37 weeks or younger. So they say, I think from like childhood, nursery, and whenever it is, we start learning how babies are made, where babies come from.
I think it's like P3, P4 when you're describing those things
exactly.
in our textbooks. Yes.
So then they tell you about the 9 months, which translates to 40 weeks, which is something that was always confused me how 9 months translates. But anyways, so yeah,
it does.
Let's take.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
Yes, but it's a secret. Don't tell anyone.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yes.
So yeah, 40 weeks. Let's do like the whole 40 weeks, because if you go the other way, the months is just going to be confusing. So.
Yes.
Babies born before 37 weeks. Yeah, those are babies born preterm. If the baby is born below 37 weeks, then I guess you medics, I think, have a whole other layer that goes into like weight and what.
Exactly. So for the people who are listening to us, when we talk about like pregnancy, we're talking about a baby. A baby should grow from the 1 month up to 9-10 months, which we're talking about. But then if your baby comes out before the 9-month mark and your baby decides to come out after 7 months, 7 months, 8 months, that baby has come out preterm.
Yeah.
That's why we call them the preterm, because at term, that means the baby is like big enough to survive on their own. And most of the times why we worry about the babies coming out early is because those babies, one, they're not yet like big enough.
Yes, and it does, you never really appreciate that until you see it.
Until you see them.
Because I grew up with siblings, cousins who they were telling us, like, that girl was born preterm. So this is like, so you are born too early, we give you a baby.
Yeah, like we have, until you see the small baby.
So one time I go into a NICU and I see like a kid that can,
What's
like literally, neonatal intensive care unit. Yes, when you hang around non-profits for too long, you get too used to the short form jargon, assuming every year.
Okay, so those are hospitals where babies who are born small are put.
It's like an intensive care, because everybody at least would relate to an intensive care unit.
Yes, but
so now the intensive care unit for now, like just the babies.
Yes.
Yeah. So the first time I go there and I see like a baby who can like fit in the literal palm of, like you can fit a human being fitting like
how many
here.
grams were there? Yeah.
I have no idea. I was just in the shock of
half a kg.
You know, I even struggle with like even term babies.
Yes.
In the first 3 months, I do not touch them.
Why?
Because they just look too delicate.
They look too delicate.
Yes. Now imagine this one is I don't even know how those people survive.
Exactly.
So, yeah,
and,
but
and that's why we're here, like to tell the audience today that guys, those babies can survive and they can live and they can thrive.
I hear you.
Now, you mentioned something very important in regards to like going to hospital and then the first time you had interaction with the small babies.
Yes.
Most times when you open like TikTok, you also find the mothers themselves are scared of the babies, and then like people scroll and then they say, "This is my preemie baby" or NICU warrior. They call them NICU warriors or preemie babies, and then they start saying they look like old people. So the whole comment section is all about like, "Oh my God, that looks like your grandfather. That looks like your grandmother."
Exactly.
Like, old. There's a reason like why babies come out when they look a little bit wrinkly like that. Babies who are born before they're supposed to come out of their mother's womb do not have enough fat underneath their skin.
Oh, okay. I see
So that's why when they don't have that enough fat, they look a little bit wrinkly, like an old person. But then with time, as they grow bigger and bigger, with the right feeding and guidance from the healthcare worker, they start getting plump. Then they get bigger, and they become like the normal babies.
See.
Yes, that's why they appear like that.
Okay.
And now because of that, they also end up losing a lot of heat. So they're already too tiny. That's why they lose a lot of heat. But now also because they have no fat, it's like right now me and you can feel cold. Like your body will adjust very quickly. And then we also have enough fat. So even if I have
fat.
No, every human being has fat. Every human being has fat. We call it the sebaceous.
Yes.
So we have fat that makes us like first it's oily. We have fat that makes us like like have hips and what. And okay, but also look like how we look like.
But so we are naturally supposed to have fat.
Exactly in our bodies.
Cool.
Yes. So
even babies have it.
Exactly, they do. So and for them they even have what they call like a brown fat, which is
brown fat.
Yeah.
So fat has types.
Exactly.
Okay.
Let's not go there. But the plastic surgeons will tell you
that fat has types.
Yeah. So one fat is good because it keeps the heat. It keeps you insulated. Now the brown fat loses heat very quickly, and that's why babies are prone to being cold. Now babies who are preterm have less brown fat, and they also have less fat. So that means they're more likely to get cold. Now, why am I explaining about all this? We want to bring out the aspect. Vincent has shared with us that he says when he went the first time he went to the neonatal care unit and he held a baby, he was actually like scared, like the baby is too delicate, and he was wondering, if I can be scared of a baby who's just like a normal size, what about this small baby?
That one that's very tiny, exactly.
Now, Vincent, what do you think scares men about babies in general?
It's a lot of things, and I don't think you can just pinpoint like to the one thing. I feel like the whole subject of babies is...
The whole subject.
Yeah, it's a very delicate subject around men's circles.
Right from like the point of
like
planning to
any suggestion around babies is already...
Like Vincent.
It's almost akin to who are we?
So if your partner says, so I'm not ready for a baby, it's like...
Then like permutations and combinations start to go through your head. Then you start to look at spreadsheets of Pampers, school fees and what.
Interesting.
So there's that. Then there's the burden of responsibility that comes with, having a human being.
But it's the woman that's carrying the baby. Why is it a very big responsibility for a man?
Yes, but
why
so
it is
like that? So there's very many layers of responsibility, and of course I can never understand what women have to put up with, where like 9 months of your life you're just carrying around this extension of your body that you just can't do anything about. Have you seen those videos where the men put like a pumpkin or like a watermelon in front of their... Thank you.
Yes.
And that's just for a few minutes, and for the men who... Yeah. Far be it from me. Far be it from me. But for the men who do it, they can tell you how just those few minutes are an inconvenience, and you guys have to like do this for 9 months. So there's definitely that layer, and I don't think we can ever understand enough what it is.
Yeah.
But on the men's side, there's the anxiety of one, like caring for this human being that is going to show up. And then you could be on a buy one, get one free arrangement. You bargained for one and then you have twins.
So what's wrong with having twins?
Until you talk to the ones who are
increase.
Okay. Yeah, so everything is now times 2.
Yes.
So so I was talking to a friend of mine who's she runs a Kampala's counseling services, and she was telling me about postpartum depression, but now for men.
Yeah.
And I was like, it didn't sound like it. But
that's very intriguing.
When she explained to me the fact that like the burden of responsibility that is going to follow on, that maybe you're not going to be able to work as many long hours or go out as much. You're going to be needed, like available to groom, to raise, to be like a father. And then especially for people who, wherever it is, whether you're married or you're cohabiting, there's a certain season now that you're going to get into where maybe you can no longer walk around the house naked with your spouse, or you cannot be making risky financial decisions or entrepreneurship. You cannot jump from one job to another or quit your job at a moment's notice because now, because of the coming of the child, there's that whole layer of responsibility. So it's that whole, and also the unknown of the other side.
Why do men wait? And I think maybe that can be answered as well. Like men usually wait for the end product. So like there's a whole pregnancy of 9 months, 10, and then like the man is not walking the pregnancy journey. And when a baby comes out, they feel that overwhelming sense of responsibility of like a lot of things to tick off.
Yes.
And that's why we encourage men to come for antenatal. It's not because you're coming to be checked out and stay at your pregnant woman. No, it helps you get involved in the journey. And also mentally prepare you. So by the time, for example, mothers who have like risks of giving birth to babies too soon, they are actually told this information along the journey. So say like in your 3rd month, we tell you, okay, you know what, so you had a little bit of a bleed and then this. Then the 4th month, we tell you, okay, you know what, we've checked, but then now we're seeing your cervix is small. Then after that, they keep on like telling this mother. So she keeps on getting mentally prepared that in the event that this baby decides to come out at 8 months or at 7 months, she sort of like almost knows, like, okay, we've been told about this. We need to act. Of course, some of the times people don't expect it and they just say to like spontaneous labor, maybe they are sick, malaria or any other infection, and the baby ends up coming out. That's why you also get very stressed. And like, oh my God, I didn't plan for the baby to come out now. I haven't bought clothes, I haven't bought what. Now, for the men, usually we just with like a normal pregnancy, they tend to come at the end like, okay, baby's here. So they need to.
Yeah, I think it comes from like our very traditional gender roles because I know we have modernized and done all these things, and I identify as a feminist, so I'm a crusader for like women in the workplace and stuff. But we've not changed like the fundamental basis of society,
I
like
think
the gender roles.
Very important, which is like it should stick that way. We are too African. We should contain.
But we need to recalibrate what being African means, like because right now
skin color.
Yes, but it's the skin color. But that's a very important layer, and the discussion we can have like till the end. But remember, there's always that role that the woman is looked at as like the groomer for the children. There's like the children affairs, that whole department, woman's. So that's why like somehow our programming is we're coming in at the end because that is when the financial aspect is kicking in. I have to pay for the hospital bills. I have to pick up this child and I have to give them a name. Before
I have to give my name.
Yes, so
you see?
this side is campaign season. I am not involved, but when we have the candidate
in the campaign, just like the president moves and goes with everyone that supports him and also involves others.
Yes,
we need to encourage men to get involved
for sure
in the antenatal businesses.
But now, like, the point I'm making is in our societal construct in the gender roles, we don't have a lot of an amplified role for men in terms of raising the children. So the 9 months are looked at as raising the children, and the birth is the event.
9 months? 9 months is for baking the baby. But okay.
So we are not involved in those procedural matters. And I
think that's what we have to like a little bit adjust. Because if we don't do that, then most men or most dads end up like having to struggle a lot. So your partner has come through maybe like an emergency cesarean section, even just a vaginal birth. It can be traumatic sometimes.
Yes.
And then like she just needs some rest. And the next 30 minutes of the baby being given birth to, the baby is crying. And then the dad is like,
okay, now also that's one. We don't know exactly how to deal with it because, and I hear this from moms, like new moms, and they'll hear a cry of a baby. It's like, he's hungry. It's like, oh no, the stomach is paining. Like, I just had the baby cry. The same thing. How did you say hungry and stomach is paining? So that unknown, like not knowing what to do with the situation, somehow alienates us from like the whole
It's a good reminder that just because women are born female doesn't make them like obvious mothers.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's why there's this common saying that your first baby makes you a mother.
Yeah.
Or your first baby makes you a father. Because you are learning along the journey. And there's a whole trend that goes around with like firstborns. I don't know if you have a firstborn. Like a
lastborn. Very proud lastborn.
Very proud lastborn. Okay. Yeah. So there's whole like trend that goes around with firstborn babies and their parents.
Being deputy parents.
Not that, but like being kind to your parents. Because they are learning and figuring out life with you.
You are the experiment.
The same way you said, like, okay, so you've been used to walking around naked in the house, and for some reason, like, there's a child now.
This child just shows up, and you have to deal with it.
So there's a child like out
Yeah.
of the blue. You've been used to like having your partner in your arms like when you're sleeping.
Thank you.
But for some reason now there's someone new. Like there's
Yes.
someone who's going to come and pop up and like sit on your face and then do this and play around, and they also need attention. So like our parents learn how to be like parents along the journey with the first baby. And the things to do, you mentioned things about like holding the baby, you mentioned things to do with that, all that. And antenatal classes have now changed in some of the hospitals, at least teaching even mothers how do you hold a baby. I'll not tell you a number of times when mothers actually do not know what to do. And I don't think mothers should like feel shy. It's a normal thing. You mention and say, I don't know what to do. Even if she's a second time mom or a third time mom, she's actually may not know how to position a baby well. Because most likely her first baby, she wasn't taught how to position the baby well. And then most times you find them now getting frustrated. I know you've heard about stories because you work with an organization that takes care of many mothers and fathers who have preterm babies. So you realize that many times they're going to tell you that we have a problem with breast milk.
Yeah, which can be extreme. I mean, and not even just from that organization. I feel like it feels like a thing that just goes around, especially for new mothers, even for like siblings, cousins. Taina mabede is a very common thing that will be whispered around any labor ward.
Exactly.
Like Taina mabede, Anonya mabede, and there's all of these
now, when you
theories and myths
actually interact
around it.
with the mothers, you realize it's something else. It's usually something very social. She's either stressed the partner is not around, or she's stressed that she's in pain. She's just in pain and needs painkillers.
Now, does the partner know that part? Because as an African race, we are not very emotional, very sentimental. So for me as a partner, I cannot put my presence is bringing you breast milk. How is it associated? Like I can't. Like I need to be able to appreciate it.
We're bringing a science.
Yes,
right about now.
As a man, I need to be able to associate the science. But yeah, let's hear the science.
The presence of a partner in the labor ward is very important, or even in theater when she's going to deliver. What? We're in theater. You can be in theater when your mother
doing what there? But let's continue.
Your baby.
But anyway, let's continue. But
so
guys,
it's a choice that you can make, and these things facilities are actually giving it. And sometimes your partner may be asked, do you want your partner within the hospital theater? Do you want your partner within the labor ward? It's really a choice that a father makes. Some dads are comfortable with coming in and not entering the labor ward.
Yes.
They're very comfortable being behind the door, like, oh,
especially if it's the first baby. Like, I need to make more of these. I don't want the trouble.
Like, number 4 or 5, they're like, like
yeah.
And then they go ahead.
Yeah, we are here. Let's catch the updates on Super Sponsors.
Exactly. Like, they just keep on like checking in like every 2 hours. Like, okay, are they fine? Are they okay? Because they just can't stand being within the labor ward, and it's okay. Like, not everyone is able to like stand someone else being in pain because you love them and you don't want them you don't want to see them suffering or something like that. I'm a very big have painkillers or everything that can prevent labor pain. Like, it's not about celebrating. So I'm a big person on that. So I don't think women should go through labor pain. But anyway, back to the topic.
Yes.
Now, when there's some men who are going to come in and they're comfortable with being there until the point of pushing. And he's like, you know what?
This is where I stop.
But then he just requests, please let me know when the baby is out so he can come and like be with his baby. There are other men who are comfortable being there throughout. Like the whole process, the whole day. You're in the labor ward with the lady, the whole night, and then at the time of pushing, he's also there. Like, he even helps her with the pushing of the baby. Like, saying that, yes, he sat behind the bed, nagenda ko what? Namkwata. Nitugamba 1, 2, 3 push. Namkwata.
That should be speakers at men's conference.
Namkwata namuyamba. Like, it helps. And how the science behind that is that the love hormone is called oxytocin. Now, oxytocin is the same hormone that helps to increase labor pain. It's the same hormone that helps to eject breast milk.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, can't I love you after this labor pain? The milk comes. This oxytocin. I will love you after, but I get your point. So yeah. When you're present, they feel the love. It triggers the love hormone.
Exactly. And so you don't have to even be like present in person, but just someone knowing
they need to feel
there
supported.
For them.
I see you.
So someone knows that you're supporting me through this journey. You've supported me through that. Now, what we have also the side, because like working parent,
I know.
working mother, working dad. So you find that most of the times your antenatal is like a scheduled antenatal. Like, you know
Yes,
what,
like it
Monday to
is.
Friday I'm not around.
Yeah.
I'm only going to be available like Saturday 10 to 11. So it's very hard to even tell your partner, hey, so it's time for antenatal. Like, you know what, it's okay, me just go and sort my stuff with the doctor. And I'll come back and tell you, yeah, they did a scan, everything is okay. Or the doctor saw me and said everything is okay with us. Of course, you'll just know that I'm good because you're working. I'm
Yeah,
also
for
working.
sure.
So like life continues. Then when the baby comes out, there's this whole shift of, damn, I had a schedule.
Yeah.
There's been this and that, and for some reason, there's now a human being that we have to take care of.
Exactly.
There's a very funny also TikTok video where people say, so I think it was some babe from Ankole region, which was like, they gave me this thing to bring back home. What do I do with it? Like, what do I do with it?
I hear you. That sounds like a first-time parent.
Exactly, it was a first-time
What
parent.
do I do?
And so now it's like a very common global sound.
And you see, that's the thing, and it touches on something that you earlier talked about.
Yes.
The fact that almost society expects, especially women, to like, you just need to have this thing prepared. You
just
need to know.
automatic, just
Like,
need to
how
know.
do you not know?
How do you not know?
Exactly. Now, and sometimes I think it's also extended to the men. Like, you are dad. Like, how do you
Yes.
not know? But like, I cannot for the life of me, like,
Exactly.
carry the baby to cry or know how to carry the baby right. Or, I don't know, there's that thing where it's like, "Cheka yo mukono e mawega e single." It's like, nigga, you have a neck. Why aren't you holding it up? I am here to carry you, but if I'm supposed to support every joint in your body, how do I do that? So, like, the dads need to also, like,
Exactly.
there needs to be that grace of, okay, I'm learning this too.
Exactly. And when the dads also get to know that, even the moms also get to know that. And the moms, it's very interesting, by the way, being like in a postnatal ward or even being in a labor ward after birth.
Yeah.
Like having the woman just hold the baby is artwork. It's like a whole... Now, there's an interesting part. I have a cousin who gave us a very beautiful baby. She was born preterm, but we thank God for her. She's like baby is like very big and now and one of the musketeers at home now. So like we told her that, hey, can we now try the breastfeeding part? So the baby was hungry, right? So she tries to breastfeed. She's moving the boob left, right, and center. The baby's also moving the mouth.
Yeah.
And then she's like, I thought this shit was supposed to be simple.
It's supposed to come
There's
naturally.
a boob, there's a mouth. You're hungry, there's
It should
food.
be obvious.
It should be obvious. It was
I hear you.
obvious.
I hear you.
She had a whole 1 hour of trying that out.
And you see, like, in that
Oh,
1
1 hour.
hour, she is in her very existence, she's questioning, am I a mother enough?
Exactly.
Am I enough?
She got very frustrated, so the nurses just told her, you know what, just leave.
Just let it go.
Just let it go, and then come back later.
Now, compound that situation with a man who also has no idea what they're
No
doing,
idea.
but somehow he's looked at as, oh, you are the father and you're supposed to be able to help with this situation.
Exactly.
But even I don't know how to help you. So the best situation is just avoid until they've had this figure, just avoid the hospital room and stuff is
So,
what many people default.
It's what
default
most people
to.
that do so like I think shield themselves
Yeah,
from
shield,
whatever is
step
like
away.
happening.
Exactly.
Yeah, but like at least having known that and also having that plan with your partner. If you're going into the pregnancy business and you're going to like delivery
Pregnancy
room,
business.
it's a whole thing, man.
I hear you.
Okay, expense. So if you're planning that, you need to plan with your partner and then say, okay, so you know what, I'm not actually comfortable with being in the delivery room. And your partner will understand that. And some mothers actually ask us not to let the dads in. Because they have been told either by
There's
like
a life
different
after this baby.
Exactly. They've
And
been
they
told that
probably
the life
want more babies.
So there's a life after this baby. Your man will hate you after they see you when you're pushing, when you see in your most vulnerable state, things like that. I don't know. So depending on like someone's upbringing, they actually ask us, please, mommy,
Yeah,
so the
I
man
see
will
you.
stay out, but he wants to be in. So there are all those dynamics.
I hear you.
And I think what helps is like if the people have that discussion like between themselves and they say, okay, you know what, we are the ones going through this. What do we
want?
What do we want? Like, what do you want out of this? It's very easy. It's like you have a tick, tick, tick. Everything may not go 100%, but at least you'll have that 70% of like comfort.
Okay, this one we can, it's a
like
workable
we
plan.
planned it. Baby, nyamulanga tuse mu room. It's
like,
okay.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
I'll wait for the baby when they are back in the room.
I hear you.
Now, when it comes to preterm babies, like now it gets worse a little bit because it's just that a baby is not coming out. It's coming out, and they may have other complications.
For sure.
And the common complication is like the breathing.
Breathing?
Breathing. They need support with breathing. This baby who comes out when they are bigger, normally they will cry on their own and they'll breathe and what. And little bit of support sometimes. But But then a baby who is preterm now may even come out and forget they have to breathe.
Wow.
Yes. So now,
So because they've not been able to grow like fully, the senses or the muscles have not grown. Is that?
so when they come out, they still think they're their mother's womb. There's that
Oh,
part.
I see. Yeah.
And then now there's also a part where, if depending on when they come out, especially about like 7 months or
Yeah.
below 8 months, when they come out, their lungs are not yet fully developed.
Okay.
So because they're not yet fully developed, they can't breathe in enough to expand their lungs. There's something in our body that helps us whenever you breathe in and out, like you just did right now. There's something called alveoli. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh yeah, I remember that from like primary school science.
Very good.
Air sacs.
Yeah, those were sacs. Yes,
Yeah.
inside our lungs.
Yeah.
So those sacs usually by the week 35, that's when we have like there's a small oil that goes inside them that keeps them expanded. So babies who are born preterm do not have that oil within that sac, so that their lungs come out when they're collapsed. So they will need a lot of support to put them on. Yeah, put them onto like an oxygen and then like try to like pump their lungs to like breathe. Please breathe. Please breathe.
So I see. I think, and you remember your earlier question was really around like what are men scared of? I think it's things like this, but it's things like already from the explanation scary. But I feel like it's even more scary when you don't know it before. So that's why what you're doing is really, really important because at the very least, if I have the mental preparation that hey, this child's gonna show up. They're going to have trouble breathing.
Exactly.
I will, even when that will be a very difficult situation as a father to deal with. But at least if I have had, even if it's just to mentally prepare that there is this possibility, I would be in like much, much better footing.
Yeah, and that's why it's important, like when they come through like the antenatal, especially moms who have like risky pregnancies, always come with your partners because we usually talk to the moms. We usually talk to the moms and say, okay, do you know what? This may happen. Or if you have high blood pressures, for example, we may tell you this baby may come out earlier than they should come out. Or if you have maybe out of the blue, the water broke. For some reason, the water may break. And then we tell you, okay, do you know what? We're going to watch and wait. So having your partner through that and then say, they don't have to be there like 24/7 and what. If they can't, that's okay. But if we know that they also have to go and work. So if they can just come in and then they understand, have that session with the doctor that is attending to your partner. Very important. Like, so they are admitted. Before you leave the hospital, get to know what is the plan and then what is the likely possibility for both the mother and the dad and the baby. That will help. So that even if you're like 2 days away, but she's been in hospital, and then they tell you, hey, she's now bleeding, we're heading to theater. It won't like shock you as much as
like what just happened.
Like what?
I see you.
Yes,
I didn't even know there were things you're supposed to look out for when you go there, but okay, no, that's good information.
You'll come and give you some lessons on like danger signs for the baby. It's okay. Like so that's the information people usually get in antenatal.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, and also the time of delivery. So before a mother pushes, there's like you can have a whole day in hospital. No, it's actually just like take time.
It's not like they tell you baby is coming, you go to hospital, get baby.
No,
Should be that simple.
No. Baby babies really can talk about earlier, yes, but it won't be like 1 minute. It won't be like
it's like come get baby.
Did that. I mean, I will process it number. I even tell dads go and work. Go and work.
Yeah, it's like it is not for now.
Yeah, it's not for now. Like, okay, so when do I come back? Come back at lunch, big lunch. Yeah, but like go and work. Like right now is we are going through that process. So if she's like say at like 1 centimeter, I mean you have a whole 9 centimeters left, of which it's. Yeah, I know.
I have a lot of questions, but I don't think I can ask them. Like even for my safety, I don't think I can ask them. But the goal is 9 centimeters, right?
Yes, the goal is 9 centimeters. So if you're like doing it,
this is 1 centimeter.
This is one.
Oh, this is also all the way to 9.
This is my one. It's like a 1.7 centimeters. But for like some people who have like larger fingers, this is 2 centimeters.
Oh, I see.
And then when you mix them, for me this is like 3 point something centimeters. But for some people when they do that, it's 4 centimeters. Yeah, so 10 centimeters is like
all the way there. So you have to like progressively get there.
Yes. So you don't just then get there. If you get there very quickly, we call it precipitate labor. It's bad.
Well, that's not a good thing.
It's not a good thing. Yeah, I know someone like me when I go to the labor ward, I give back in 2 hours. Yo, you bleed. Like it's not okay. It's a risky thing.
I see.
You're more likely to bleed. So God designed it that way. The uterus should contract and relax. So it will take about 2 or 1.5 hours for every centimeter to get there. So when I tell you she's 1 centimeter and you're with me at 10, I'll be like, so And most dads are usually stressed, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, so, by the meeting, no, by no
It's like,
figure.
yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Get to know what's happening first. Get to know, is she okay? Is the baby okay? And then get to know, get the go ahead and say, Musawa,
No.
is it okay?
Can
And yes, you can.
I hear you.
Then you can go work.
And
Come
then-
back later, relax, and then you should check out for the day and say, guys, so I'm going to hospital, this and that. If you have to check out maybe an office, but at least clear your business and then move. That helps. So now parents who have preterm babies, the dynamic of baby coming out.
Yes.
They may be having to be admitted. What are the different complications?
Baby coming out and not within the time, because we expected you 3 months later.
Yes.
Why are you here
And then
now?
you're like, okay, so how are you
Yeah.
even coming out later?
Exactly.
Most likely you as a dad, you already planned. They're most likely going to save in this month.
Oh, your savings have just started.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And then for some reason you're like, so why are you here? Why are you even trying to come out now?
Yeah.
So then after that, the bit of admission into the baby unit. So like you said, into intensive care unit. Now there's a whole bit of, if your wife is admitted, it's too much. Now a baby getting admitted,
It's just a whole other ball.
you have 2 human beings that you take care of, that you're responsible for, and they're all admitted. And the baby's admission is expensive. Goddamn expensive. That's why it's free in government hospitals. It's just a lot. Now going through all that, I think it just makes a lot for it's too much work for just the dads as well.
Yeah, I
But
hear you.
I think that this month, as we're talking about babies, giving them a strong start for the future, for a hopeful future, a healthy beginning, a hopeful future, I think that it is possible. We've had preterm babies survive. We've had preterm babies go through that terrible state when they were admitted in hospitals. And we've also had dads come around, take care of them.
Yeah, I think we need to tell a bit more stories of those dads who have stepped up. Today I had a chat with Basilio, and he's one of the guys who I look at this guy and I'm inspired because those were telling us about, he has a preterm baby. I think he was supposed to have twins. There's an accident. He loses one, and for about a month, him and his wife are going through the whole situation of how do we do they deliver the baby? The one has to be delivered preterm and stuff, and they have to do all those combinations. But the fact that he steps up and is able to support his wife all through. This is a man who halfway figures, you know what, I cannot be able to do the job and be able to take care of it, so I quit that job. I'm like, hey, that is
it can get
in
there.
a man's world, that is sainthood.
It can get there.
Because at the end of it all, because your primary responsibility as a man is to always to be the breadwinner. There's no excuse for you not to be the breadwinner. But that now the preterm condition calls you now to also be a nurturer, a carer, and for a man to be able to fit in those shoes, it's very, very humbling. I don't know if I could be able to live up to such a test, but I hope so. For my own sake, I hope so.
For your own sake,
I hope so. But
definitely you would, and I think we appreciate more of those men, and more are coming up. What I would say, from a doctor's point of view, as maybe we're almost winding down, is that I will give just a few notes for the men to take. Now, if you're in the delivery room or if you're in the neonatal care unit, it's very good to carry some headsets so you don't get.
I like how practical your advice is.
Yes, carry some headsets. If you want
because it can get loud.
Yeah, it is loud. It's just beep, 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 the different beeps along the way. Yeah. And you can still do kangaroo. And I know most people say, what is kangaroo? Kangaroos have a pouch.
Carry the baby like a kangaroo.
Yes, kangaroos have a pouch in their tummy. So because human beings don't have a pouch, we can put the baby here. Yes, so you can still do kangaroo. So prepare for that. All the baby needs is warmth. So you can also provide the warmth. And then carry a pillow. Carry a pillow. If you're very bored, in the labor room, if you're very bored, in an neonatal care unit, and they have a place where maybe it's a very comfortable chair, carry the pillow and sleep. Your baby can still do kangaroo.
While you're asleep.
While you are asleep, that's very okay. Of course, then you can get to develop that bond with your baby as the baby's getting better and growing day by day. You don't have to do it every day, but you can. Yes. Which other tips would you give men?
Well, I don't know if I have my grand inexperience, but hearing from you, I really, really, really feel like a lot more men need to hear this. And next weekend, because all of this, there's World Prematurity Day coming up, and next weekend there's one of the key events that's going to be happening, focusing primarily on men at the SMARC League, because usually it's there's a lot of SMARC. It's not also people from very many other schools, walks of life, fraternities coming down to IUEA in Kansanga, and
Yeah.
we're very fortunate to like actually have the Ministry of Health come down and like do a men's soiree, like
Of
an
course.
evening where we are
Yeah.
eating chicken, and you can eat pork, right? I hope you can eat pork, but they will. There might be. I can neither deny nor confirm, but. But anyways, so there will be like a soiree, like so we'll be eating like all meat and drinking, but then having a conversation about babies in a safe space for men. Yeah. So
a safe space with games.
like I really hope that you can actually be there, because I feel like the way you talk about it is very relatable. The way you talk about it is extremely relatable. So I feel like it would be a very good opportunity for men, and if there are any men out there, really, if you can spare next weekend's the Sunday the 23rd, if you can spare time to go to IUA University, and it's like fun, games, sport. It's a lot of people to hang with, but also be able to talk to the doctors about one, preterm birth, but also like babies and the whole maternal health complexity that is there for sure.
Okay, that's great. Thank you very much, Vincent, for being with us today. And
Thank
guys,
you for hosting me.
You're
Thank
welcome. Don't forget to actually turn up on the 23rd on Sunday. So there will be the male involvement soiree, like he has said, organized by Mama Tuli and the Smart League team. I think I'm very excited for that. And of course, don't miss us. I will be there. Don't miss us to have like the question, hey doctor, what is the problem here? If you're also a mom and had a preterm birth, feel free to come with your partner. He will need to like listen to some of these stories. So yeah, I think we'll definitely be there and support. So don't forget to like and subscribe at Risha Hand Uganda, Ultimate Plus, and Dr. Ruth Grace. Thanks very much for watching, and catch us again in the next episode. Bye.